Hello class, this is Jason Nielsen, and I want to welcome you to our intermediate accounting course this semester at HAC, and specifically introduce myself. And this course is going to be a little different than maybe some others you've experienced. First of all, a little bit about myself. I've been teaching at HAC for almost 23 years. I'm a CPA. Got my master's degree in accounting many years ago at Brigham Young University. I'm married, have 4 children. We live in Leola. All of my kids are grown and living away from home. So it's just my wife and I at home. We just celebrated our 30th anniversary. And I'm outside of work here. I'm very involved in our church, the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, and I also like to garden and kind of been taking up and biking, and been taking up some woodworking, some pretty rudimentary things so far, but to try to learn new things. Been actually also learning to play the piano. So those are some things other than accounting that I do. So I've been doing this a little while, but we've never had a class using the interconnected classroom. So when we come to class on Thursday nights, we will be connected by Zoom technology, so that hopefully we feel like we're in the same room together and we can discuss things and work through problems, that sort of thing. But all of the instruction will be here on our class D2L or Brightspace shell, and so that's what you see in front of you is the layout of this course. Hopefully all of the things that are most important to you and you want to get to quickly are here at the top, so that there's one click to get to them. Content, discussions, all of that sort of thing. So if you go to the content, you'll see that I've organized everything in modules, and the first module is the syllabus, introduction to class, where you will find the syllabus. So I encourage you to look that over. I want to point out a couple of things about the syllabus. First of all, office hours. If you can come physically to my office on the Lancaster campus, that would be wonderful. Thursday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's after class. I'll come back to my office after we meet, and if you can't, then we will use the online Zoom from my computer or from my office. So you'll be able to link to that at the course homepage in my little intro and my contact information. It's always here on the right hand side of the page. My office, or this link here will put you right into a room, Zoom room with me and whoever else is involved. If you have a camera and speakers or whatever, you can talk and I can see you, you can see me, whatever. If you don't, you can use the chat feature that's there and ask questions by typing them in, that sort of thing. But during those times, I will be connected there, and you will be able to connect by clicking on that link. So we want to make that available. So that's one important thing from our syllabus. A lot of kind of housekeeping things, but want to tell you about the tests. We're going to have 3 tests that are very problem and essay oriented. There won't be any multiple choice, or it'll all be problem. They'll be take home. You'll have 7 days to complete them. And then we'll have a final exam that will be different. It'll be 50 objective, multiple choice questions that is over the entire content of the course. And that will be right at the end. That will only be worth 50 points. It's more of a tell where we are in terms of what we remember than it is. It shouldn't have enough impact to make or break your grade, because it's only worth half of how much the rest of the exams are in terms of points. We're going to have some discussions, postings that we use to discuss the material from the course. Look at the dates. Typically, they will be open prior to the time we have class that week, and then they will extend past that, so that your posting will need to be done by Saturday after class, and then second follow-up posting the following Tuesday. So that's kind of the schedule on discussions. Homework is going to run a very similar schedule, except you'll have time to look at to do the homework until Monday, and then post corrections. So by Tuesday, so you end up with everything on that Tuesday. Now the homework deals this way: you complete the homework as assigned. We don't have a textbook; it's all homework that I produced, and then you submit that homework, and then you can review your answers, and you'll have a chance to ask questions in class. We'll go over parts of it in class, as well as there will be a review of the answers online that you'll be able to see, either a podcast or an Excel spreadsheet showing the answers, so that you can make corrections. And so you always have a chance to correct. And if you do it completely correctly without needing corrections, then you get 20 points. If you do all the problems, you complete the corrections and explain them, you could also get 20 points. So if you're, but if you, I'll make a judgment. I'll read your, look at your explanation, and if it doesn't consider all the problems or whatever, then you may not get the full 20 points. But it could be anywhere from 16 to 20 depending on your explanation. So there's no reason not to complete the homework. You have every chance to redo it or to fix it and to learn from it. That's its point. If you have questions, of course, post them on the discussion board on the homework. We have a calendar. It goes over each of the things that we're going to be doing. Could be subject to change as we go through, because due to the fact that we are a little bit new in this format. But I anticipate we'll be able to do it as outlined here. But again, if you have a question about any of that, let me know. And then our grading system, makeup policy, that sort of thing is all the rest of this syllabus sort of thing. We will have the possibility of having campus closed on the night we meet, and we will let you know what the situation might be with that. And what we'll probably try to do is meet via the Zoom from our homes instead of in the room. So we'll see how that works. Couple other things as far as what you're going to be graded on. There is a individual written paper you're going to do individually. That is discussed here at the very end. It's about environmental accounting. I've included the rubric. It's actually been a topic that a lot of students have found very interesting in terms of especially if they have an interest in sustainability or environmental issues. How does accounting address those? In the new, as those become more important. And then the other project that's going to be kind of an ongoing project is that to be done as a group. So I will put you in probably 2 groups to work on this together, and you'll complete by looking at the gap, the company, the gap's 10K, their annual report, and then answering these questions listed here. And there's a whole series of questions. And they kind of go in order of the things that we'll talk about during the semester. So you want to make sure you answer them all in at least one full sentence. And you're going to turn in 1 project per group. Now, I'm going to encourage you to put that in a Google Doc so that you can work together. It makes it really easy. And it also allows me to see who did what. I can look at the history and see who participated versus others, if there is those who might be that didn't participate very much in the process. So another part, just to highlight, I will respond to questions online, especially in a discussion board, which is my preferred way for you to ask questions so that everybody can see my answers, or is within 24 hours, Monday through Saturday. But I take Sunday off, just understand that, and we'll be checking again first thing Monday morning. So keep that in mind. But during the week, I will respond as quickly as possible, usually in less than 24 hours. Usually that's within just a matter of hours, but at the very latest 24-hour response. So just to give you a little feel for what the modules look like, we'll go to the content, and I've put a checklist on the first couple of modules so you get a sense of what they look like. But week 1, you can go ahead and get started once you've reviewed the syllabus and the other introduction materials in that first module, including the extra credit assignment. Try to get you some bonus points right off the bat that I mentioned in my news feed. So for each module, there's kind of some opening questions, some encouragement, and some learning objectives, the things that we want to be able to accomplish and learn. Then there'll be some reading and explanations. It'll be a combination of reading documents, podcasts, my explanations, PowerPoint slides with explanations. Then there'll be a discussion section with any of the discussions that are graded that week, that module. And then some practice. This is not graded, so typically you'll have a chance to apply some things you've learned and then look at my answers. Low stakes. You'll be tempted to just look at the answers and not go through the process, but I encourage you to take the time to read through the problem, try to answer it yourself, and then check. That's the way that it sticks in your brain long term. And then the homework, you will have it's the same process. You'll be able to do the homework, put it in the Dropbox, and then once it's in the Dropbox you can make corrections. This will actually be for points. And then there's a checklist. Make sure you don't forget anything. And the only ones that will be different than that outline will be when we have exams, which are indicated on the schedule and will basically be our learning module for that particular week. We'll take like I said, all the exams will be take home and be that what we work on that during that week. So we're glad to have you in this class. Welcome, and look forward to working closely with you for the next 4 months or so. So thank you.